Alright, before we start our video today, big shout out to Gemtech. They've built Clunie to the specs that it's currently at. Blown LS7, huge tune in it, Brian Tooley cam, and huge shout out to Marcus and the boys for all their work and effort on it. And there's a link in the description below. Click on that and you'll get to their site. Hey YouTube, welcome back to episode 3 of turning Clunie into a race car. Well, episode 3 is all about weight reduction, and you can't have power without losing a bit of weight. Isn't that right, Fred Jr.?
That's right.
So we are going to take you through some do-it-yourself tips on how can you get a car like these VF Commodores, which are a pretty heavy curb weight, and how do you put them on a diet and then get them ready for the track. And our track application is not drag racing, it's circuit racing. So corner weight is going to be really important to us, and particularly around the back end of the car too. So we've already started with our tow bar delete. That's gone. That's easily a couple of 100 kilos. That's shedded. And we're going to start from the back of the car and make our way up. And these are easy things. You don't need to take your car to a mechanic. You can do these at home. And we're going to have a set of scales, and we're going to add up everything we've taken out of the car today and see what the total amount is. But tomorrow, Fred Jr. and I are going to go for a drive and see how it affects the handling, and hopefully we'll have ourselves a race car.
That's right. Let's get into it.
All right, let's go. All right, let's start with the back of the car. So, I've already got a bit of things ready here. First thing to go is the jack. You get this beautiful anatomically shaped wheel brace that I'm sure someone would find that useful. So put that in our pile here. You get this plastic sort of contraption that contains the jack and all manner of speaking. This little spindle here, that goes in the pile. We won't be using the chainsaw in today's episode, it's not that drastic. And we've also got another little retaining cap, so that goes in as well. And then we're left with, if you don't have a set of golf clubs in your car, normally you've got an empty boot like this. And these VFs have got this pull trapdoor, and that reveals the tyre, so we'll pull him out. Oh, they're bloody heavy too. Righto, it goes in our pile. Good thing about Commodores, they come with a full-size spare, not like those little ones you see on other manufacturers' cars. Alright, let's have a look at this, how easy this comes out. Oh, quite easy. Now look at this. It's got this backing plate, it's heavy, it's got this sort of felt onto it, sound deadening, bit of carpet. Don't need that where we're going, that comes out. Right, so we've probably already taken like 20 odd kilos out already. So we've got a recessed wheel in there, and if you ever watch Mighty Car Mods or some of our other subscribed channels, you often find lots of goodies in these cars, but Clunie's got a very honest past. There's nothing like that in here. So we are now going to start with the sound deadening and the carpet around here, and then we're going to get to these rear seats and work out how we take them out. Alright, let's go into the car and find out what easy things we can pull out. So the first thing are these car mats. Don't need them when we're going. Let's pull those little fellas out. Put them in our felt pile. They're out. Right, rear seat.
Could be a bit of a challenge, this one.
Yes. I've just unclipped on that side and that side. And I should be able to guide this little through the seat belts there. And I'll come around that side. Oh yes. Right. Oh, you can see all the loom there. Seatbelt sensors running through here. Someone's left us a post-it note. That's interesting.
What does it say?
Call me anytime.
Oh,
Right. Okay, let's get this one out. Right. This goes in our seat pile. Right. Now, Got to work out the brackets for these rear seats as well. There's some seatbelt mounts here. Oh, I think I can see them. There's some little tabs for the seats here. There's some nuts being exposed at the bottom here. So I might get the socket onto them, because I reckon that's what's holding them in place there. And there'll obviously be something on the back of the felt there. So let's go have a look.
Alright, so we're about to get on to our next stage, and I've just noticed something outside. Take us through it, Fred.
Well, I've never been one to be a panicker, but is that a tornado? And look at that cloud.
Something's coming.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And we've had some massive hailstorms here, and well,
The air is really cold, isn't it?
it is.
Something's coming.
Something's coming. And that one's sort of swirling around like that.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my god.
Well, lucky we're in the shed.
I might, that's a good excuse to get back inside.
That's right.
So it looks like there's a bit of sound insulation on the boot lid here. And we don't want any sound insulation where we're going. We want to hear 7,500 RPM, a blown LS7 down the main straight. So that's coming off. Looks like you just got a little flat blade on these little guys here. So we'll pop them off and we'll pull out our sound deadening. Alright, we're just getting the little handle assist on the boot lid here. One out. That's two out. And that's our last little bit of felt. Put that over there. So that's a stripped out boot on a VF. Now we're going to tackle the other side and get the rest of the felt out and get those rear seats out. Alright, it's got a little plastic shroud there. This pile of felt and plastic starting to add up. Right, you've got the rest of it just there. That comes out too. All this adds weight. Jesus. I don't know how we're going to weigh all this. It's going to be interesting. Okay, now I'm starting to expose where we mount these rear seats. And the bolts are definitely on the other side. They look like mounts there too. Alright. Let's get on the other side and unbolt these other bolts. Alright. So we've got little fastening nuts here. Got little tabs on them as well. So loosen these little guys up. They look like they pull over the top of these nuts here. Yep, that's the seat. Alright, so we've worked out that the back of the seats don't have any bolts going this side. They've actually got little hooks. So we've unbolted the seats on the bottom near the base of the car. And hopefully we can start to just pull these seats out. Alright, we've got these little retaining nuts here and here. And hopefully this should lift off that, up over the hook, and we're out. That's one. Come around the other side. Oh, one's out too. And what we might do is actually leave that center console in there, because we've actually got our fire hydrant that goes there. So we might actually keep that there. You can unbolt this as well. Got 2 bolts here and here, but I think for handy access to the fire hydrant, that might stay, and that's not going to weigh too much. So we've got a lot of the weight out. All right, so this is everything, and this is what you can take out yourself, and we're about to weigh it. So we've got our rear seat here, we've got our rear seat backs. We've got more felt here than we know what to do with, and carpet and sound deadening. There's a lot there. Old mats, that lid that goes on the boot. We've got jacks, spare wheel. As I mentioned the other day, a very anatomical wheel brace there. And they're the old rotors, so we're not going to weigh them. We are going to jump on the scales, and I weigh about 80 kilos, and we're going to work out how much all this stuff weighs. Alright, there's been a slight change of plan. Fred Jr, aka Zach, is actually going to get on these scales, and we are going to write down the weight of everything in bundles. We'll go with the tyre, we'll go with all the jack, the wheel brace, we'll go the felt and the carpet and the sound deadening, and then we'll go the seats. We'll go the flat seat first and then the other 2 seats as a collective. Let's do it.
Right, so I'm going to jump on the scales, and at the moment we are at right on 65. So let's pick up this wheel, jump on, and that is at 88. Right, so what we're going to do now, put this one down. Now we're going to minus 65 from 88, which we'll work out in a minute, and then we'll get an exact value of how much this spare wheel weighs. Right, next up we have a collection of miscellaneous items, and that is at about 69, I'd say. So we don't need some working out for that. That's going to be 4 kilos from the miscellaneous items. Right, we've got the pile of felt here. Let's weigh this one. That's at about 72. So we'll do some maths for that one, I think. Let's get this felt off. Right, next up we've got the bottoms of the seat and also a little piece from the boot. That's about right on 70, I'd say. About 5 kilos here. Let's move on to the next one. Last but not least, we've got the backs of the seats. That's going to be right on 71 there. And as Fred was saying, these little hook mechanisms. That's how we had to get them out. It's what we struggled with last night. But we've come at it this morning and we've gotten them off. Right, well, Fred's finished his mathematics and we've worked out he's taken about 45 kilos out of the Commodore, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it'll give us a fair bit more power and speed. So let's just recap what we did. We went through here, we took all the lining out, all the sound suppression stuff. Here's a spare wheel where it used to be. That's now empty. Right, if we keep coming around, we look in the back here. No more back seats, they're gone. The seat bottoms, the back of the seats, the only bit we left is the middle so we can have in case a little fire breaks out.
Let's go for a drive.
I agree, I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Let's go. Are you ready?
Let's go. Alright, so we've got our stripped out VF Commodore here. like little rocks and stuff. Sounds a little bit tinny on the underside of the carriage because there's no deadening. But she sounds pretty racy, actually. Strips its legs up here a little bit, obviously within the speed limits. And it's a bit angry. Yep. Alright, so we're still a little second and third gear pull up here, bit of a half pull. Just so you can sort of hear the differences without any sound deadening. Acoustics are slightly different. I think I like it. LS7 hammer. What's that rattling in the back? Well, that's a Brian Tooley Stage 4 cam. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video for today. We've taken a lot of weight out of that car, and with all the weight you can see in front of me here, it looks like nobody's business here at the moment, but you know, that was well, with the weight of the tow bar as well, which we've already taken off, and the tongue, we're thinking that's at least 70 kilos, and all at the wrong end of the car too, so I'm really happy with that. Driving sounds like a different car. It's quite intimidating, actually. And I think a full day at Wakefield, I'm going to need some headphones. But what's next? We're going to go with some semi-forged, these obviously aren't them, but some Koya 18-inch semi-forged rims. That'll take even more weight off. And then we're going to go some Sparkos front and passenger seat. Get a hoop for the harnesses, but again, that might add a little bit of weight. But look, we're already kicking a few goals now anyway. Thanks for watching today. Hope it was informative. I haven't seen a weight reduction on a VF Commodore video on YouTube, so this could be the first. And on that note, don't do it for Dale, do it for Brocky. Catch you later.